In this quick video guide, I want to talk about the term comic relief. This term often gets used when students are studying comedic literature because characters are going to behave in a particular way in order to create comic relief. So comic relief is something that is created. It is not so much something that is used. So in this video, I want to go through the key conventions of what characters can do in order to create that comic relief. Um, so the first thing to say is that comic relief is usually caused by some form of interruption, and that interruption will be timed at a deliberate moment, and that moment can often be quite serious. And that serious moment is then cut short with something that is humorous. And it just creates a break from the tension or the seriousness or even the silence of a particular scene. This can help the audience relax, and because of the fact that that tension is broken, it makes us sigh or breathe just a sigh of relief for a little bit, in order to escape into some silliness, maybe. Um, Comic relief can be included by characters speaking directly to the audience, and in so doing, they will break what's known as the fourth wall. It's almost as if the audience becomes their own or its own character in a comedy. And audiences tend to like that because they feel included within that particular performance. Usually, although not always, particularly in, I suppose, Shakespearean comedies, comic relief is created by characters of lower social status. They can be, for example, servants. But in a Shakespearean comedy, or indeed any comedy, any character has the potential to create comic relief. Even though in a Shakespearean comedy we may be talking about characters that are servants, for example, that does not mean that they do not have moments of profound wisdom. And there are many servant characters in Shakespeare who do say things actually how they really are. And it shields or it drops away from a sense of masquerading or a sense of pretense. They do actually have these moments where they do understand a lot more than perhaps we expect them to. In terms of the type of character, or a kind of a stock character, comic relief is mostly created, although not exclusively by, fools, jesters, and clowns, who have always been employed in theatrical productions to create comic relief for the audience. And whenever characters are given lines to say which are designed to create comic relief, those characters can actually end up being profoundly likable by the audience. And it's those characters that often we leave a production liking the most. So comic relief is created mainly to break the tension and to break the seriousness, to keep the audience laughing and to remind us that what we are watching here is perhaps not to be taken too seriously. And that concludes this very quick guide about what comic relief is. Thanks for watching.